Hi everybody, it's me from Willie's American Guitars, and it's that time of year that we start talking about wood. And you know, you don't make guitars out of just cutting down any old piece of wood. It's really a process of selecting some of the finest wood, and that's been going on in our culture for a long time. Martin Guitars is famous for selecting wood. You're buying a Martin guitar basically because they know how to select wood. And what you'd spend as you go up on Martin guitars, some of it is trim, but if you see a Martin guitar like this D45 with all this pearl and abalone inlay, you know the wood on the back is choice and select. Again, they don't go and just find any wood. They're finding the finest tone woods. They're aging them, and they know how to brace them too. So Martin guitars this time of year, we are getting a lot of Martin guitars in, and the reason you'd want to buy it is because of the wood. And wood like this, if you get into an old Brazilian rosewood, for instance, and you tap it, you can hear that ring and that sustain. You don't just go down to the hardware store and buy a chunk of wood and have it done. It is a selection process that Martin, for one, has been doing for 200 years. Now, in the late 60s, in 1968, they quit producing guitars out of Brazilian rosewood. Prior to 1968, that's all they do. They would only, if you had rosewood on a guitar, on the fingerboard or on the back and sides, it would be Brazilian. Why? Because. That's why. It just sounds better. And if you're in the business of making a musical instrument, you want the best sounding wood you can get. Brazilian rosewood is pretty much gone. It's got a great thunk to it. There's just something about it, and when you're up close to it, you hear all the notes and all the sizzle, as well as all the depth. And this 1967 Martin D28 is an old Brazilian rosewood example. These have risen in value over the decades considerably, and it is going to be impossible to find Brazilian rosewood because, of course, those trees are 700 years old. Now, we get into this. This is a Paul Reed Smith, and Paul Reed Smith makes private stock. Try to find wood like this. This is an extremely flamey quilted maple, and that is just gorgeous. The back, you can see, is very beautiful mahogany. The neck is Madagascar rosewood, is pretty much the next best thing to Brazilian rosewood. The fretboard is 20-year-old Madagascar rosewood. Now, a guitar like this new is about $15,000. So that's what it takes to really go out and find the existing wood. Again, there's no Brazilian rosewood. You're going to have to go to pre-68 guitars or special issues, and those days, my friends, are closing up because those trees cannot be replanted. But this guitar is a fantastic sounding guitar. It just has the greatest soul to it. If you want a really good high quality guitar, this one's used, and it's $6,000. Look this up on the website. I think you'll find it's fantastic. Oh, did I just do that to the camera? Does that hurt? Does that hurt? Sorry about that. All right, now, this little doodad on wood even is about old Fenders. And if you get into like a pre-CBS Strat, it's made before 1968. It's going to have a Brazilian rosewood fingerboard, because what else would you use? The body, of course, is made of alder, and sorry about that. Alderwood is a fairly common wood. 60-year-old alder like this is another story. You get into some of these older alderwood guitars, they're light, they're airy. You can hear that thunk if you just play it, and new guitars don't touch it. Why do these old guitars cost so much? It's the wood. Again, Brazilian rosewood trees, you don't just plant a Brazilian rosewood tree and wait for it to grow, because it'll be your great grandkids that'll harvest it, and that's too long to wait. So this 1965 Fender Strat, besides having excellent magnets that have aged, excellent body wood that has aged, it has this Brazilian rosewood fingerboard, and again, that's my story for now. That's our little story on wood. And because it's that time of year, happy holidays, everybody. How do you like my new spotlight, by the way?